Hi Davey Wavey, this is Illuminatiprimus responding to your call for videos saying how you have changed our lives, the lives of us Blug Buddies. Well, my story isn't about growing up or coming out because all of that happened a long time before the internet actually was a thing, and before I knew you existed. So this is not really about me coming out. I don't know if this disqualifies me, but I'm going to try and come up with some kind of compelling story for you to follow anyway. Um, there's actually two ways that you've influenced me. So I also hope this isn't cheating because it's not supposed to be two entries in one, but it has been two genuine ways that watching your videos has made me change the way I've thought about myself and the world in which I live in and how I go about my life within it. Um, Number one, I hate to be cliched, but you have kind of become my gay superhero. Um, I have been out for a long time, since I was 13, and I never had to deal with the issue of not being sure about my sexuality or worrying about telling people, particularly. I mean, I did have a short period of that, but not for very long. I told everybody in my school, and they proceeded to make my life hell for several years. That was more my problem, but I've never had the dilemma of not being open about my sexuality. That's never been a problem for me. What I have realized as my life has gone on is that that doesn't necessarily mean that I am or have been completely happy with who I was. I've never had an issue with being gay, and that this is what I am and it is who I am, and I don't have any qualms over it being natural or what I should or shouldn't be. I've never sought to change who I am or anything other than that. And when I was older, I very happily embraced the gay community and thought, "Hooray! Finally, my family is here, and I have found my true place in society, and it's all going to be sunshine and rainbows from here." And as a cute little twink, was going out having lots of good time, and yeah, had it was good. But then I kind of started to experience, as time went on, the problem that a lot of gay people have, which is running into what is essentially a very superficial world, one that is primarily there for kind of a very specific kind of fun, be it sex or drugs or alcohol. Um, the drugs and alcohol I'm not interested in, and sex I have gone through periods of being interested or not interested in. And as I've grown older and wanted to pursue relationships with people, that's been harder because you have to wade through all the piles and piles of people just seeking to have very quick sex. And I did reach a point in life where I kind of felt, well, I'm different to other people. I'm gay. It makes me unusual, and the best way to go about that is kind of not really drawing attention to it, and just kind of, I'm not typically gay. I don't like musicals. I'm not very stereotypical. I'm not particularly flamboyant. I'm interested in things that gay people are typically not interested in. I don't like stereotypically gay music or other pursuits. So yeah, it's fine. I am gay. I'll make jokes about it. I'm not. I don't hide it, but I'm not. I'm going to do my part for being gay by just really not making a big deal out of it, and just trying to get on with my life and let other people accept me for not being too difficult to process as a gay man. And it's actually, first of all, my therapist pointed out this was possibly not the best way to do things, but then actually watching your videos kind of made me have two realizations. One was that that is not the only way to do things. You can actually be quite open about who you are and your sexuality, and quite, well, completely unapologetic about it, as you very much are. Your videos are about being gay, and in some ways you are very typically gay, and you also make the point that in lots of ways you are not. And that actually makes you, like other people, which is a individual and a human being, and you should be judged accordingly. Um, which shouldn't be a massive revelation to someone who's like in their 30s and has had a lot of therapy, but actually it kind of was. But the second aspect, I suppose, I think was the harder one for me, which is seeing this very good looking, very buff, conventionally attractive person who gay society tells us is what we're all supposed to be, and if you are not that, then really you deserve to die poor and alone, because the only barometer of value in gay society is how strongly your abs poke through. Um, and initially, I really quite disliked you, and thought, you are everything that I dislike about gay society. And here's just another example of what I don't like about it. And then I kept watching, and I realised that the problem's not with you, the problem's with me. You're not saying we should be good looking or perfect or have great bodies. You have made the point that looking good and doing things that make you look good actually makes you feel good, but funnily enough, you're not the only person to think that. I have found myself advocating that when I've worked out and done things that have improved my health and fitness and attractiveness, like improving my diet and losing weight and being happier with the way I look as a result. Um, no, you're not doing anything wrong. I'm the one who's kind of preemptively judging you and angry and resentful at you for the way I think you're telling me I'm supposed to be living, but you're not doing. So where's the problem here? Is it with you or is it with me? And I kind of realise actually the problem is with me. I'm the one who's angry at something that's in myself and I'm kind of looking at you and thinking, well, you're the problem. But no, it's not, it's me. And actually following your videos has been really like a little kind of mini exercise in I don't know, kind of just becoming comfortable with a part of myself that I thought I was comfortable with, but actually I'm not so sure I was. And this has been, it wasn't until I started doing this that I realised just how much of an issue it was. And now I kind of feel less need to talk about the fact that I'm gay, actually, bizarrely enough, but I now feel more happy about it. And one of the things I love about your videos is how your videos are about being gay, and in some ways very stereotypically, as I said, but um, why shouldn't they be? Why shouldn't you talk about things that affect gay people? Why shouldn't you talk about how we are different or in some ways the same? Why should you not do these things? If I was straight, would I have a problem discussing my wife, partner, children, um, interest in sports, cars, all the other stereotypical male heterosexual things that I would probably be interested in, or at least expected to be interested in? No, I wouldn't. That would be quote unquote normal. And yet, if I'm doing it and I'm gay, then I'm just being a raging stereotype and flamboyant, and I'm making it difficult for all the gay men who just want to have quiet picket fence existences. And shame on me. And no, sorry, I don't agree with that. And actually, watching your videos has helped me come to that conclusion. So I'd like to thank you for helping me shift the way I see myself and the world around me, and actually look at someone like you, and rather than being resentful and angry and bitter at someone who is fortunate to be blessed in the looks department and has worked hard, I can tell, at having a physique that is what we are supposed to all want to have, but has got it and shouldn't be held against them for having it. Now I look at you and I think, well, that's someone who's happy and who seems like actually a genuinely nice person. You've never sort of said or done anything that makes me think, what an arsehole. Um, and it's kind of, I don't know, I think if there's a role model for gay men out there, particularly young gay guys, I think I'd like you to be it. So that's my one major really way that you have helped me. Like I said, it's not coming out, and I'm not young, and so I don't know whether that really is what you wanted, but that's my story. The second way, and I'll do this quickly because this video is going on now, is that you said in a video quite recently, it was when you were with your mother and you were talking about the things you don't want in a partner, deal breakers for you. And one of them was you saying, and this really stuck with me, people who just don't want to pursue their dreams, or just don't pursue their dreams. I don't have time for that, you said. So I haven't got any time for that. And that made me think, yeah, you're right. I've got my YouTube partner status, and I should be off, like, making videos. Like, I'm on YouTube, and I could be like Davey Wavey. And I kind of thought, no, that's not what I want to do. Actually, I like making videos, but I don't want to be a big YouTube internet sensation. That actually isn't my dream. And at that kind of time, I was at a point where I've actually pursued my dream. I've given up my career and my life and my home country. I've moved to where I live now in Sweden. It's a dream that a lot of people have said to me, that's really brave to do that, and oh my God, I can't believe I could never do that. But I have, and I've kind of, people who've said to me, oh, well, I couldn't because I have a mortgage. Oh, well, so do I, and I did. And people said, oh, I'm too old. I'm nearly 35, or I'm 33. I did it. So I don't have time for those people either. But when I got here, I was kind of in a stumbling block of thinking, well, now what do? I had ideas for things that I wanted to do, but I had this part of me saying, after 10 years in a career where I was sort of told very much what to do in a sort of large bureaucratic organisation, well, I could do anything, but do I really have the right to decide? Can I really tell myself what I can do? Will people take me seriously? Should people pay me anything to go off and do the things that I think I'm good at and I should be selling? I was thinking about starting my own company. I was thinking about writing a book, and was really not sure about doing either of those things. And that video where you said that actually stuck in my mind and has never quite left. And I've always, whenever I've doubted what I've been doing, I'm not going to say like, oh, I think of Davey Wavey and I have strength, but it made me think, well, hang on, this is what I want to do. And why shouldn't I do it? I want to do it. I can do it. Davey Wavey's done his thing. I can do mine. So you are actually there somewhere in my mind when I'm having a little bit of doubt about me getting to my goal. So I've fulfilled one of my big dreams, and thank you for helping me think about how to keep pursuing them, I suppose. So if you'd like to come to Sweden and meet me, it's probably not the best time of year, given that it's just started snowing like a mofo. But it would be great to meet you, because I think you're a great influence for people, and I really hope that you have many years ahead of you as the Davey Wavey internet sensation. So I will say, thanks a lot.